So as of today, the restaurants and bars in Connecticut are mandated to close because they're enforcing social distancing. Also, I think some of them are able to do the takeout, depending on their circumstance and what kind of food they prepare. I'm here to say that I don't know how a hairdresser with an open salon can adhere to social distancing. There was a huge uproar in Spain, and I know this because I was supposed to go to Spain this week, and because I got sick, I and because of the pandemic, I canceled on Tuesday before they closed off the borders, in fear of that if I was indeed in Spain, I wasn't going to be able to come back home, and I'm so grateful that I did that. Now, forgive me, I look like crap. Like I said before, I've been sick. I got sick 2 weeks, no, not 2 weeks, 10 days after I got back from Arizona. I was on a trip, so you guys can imagine, how does it feel getting sick in the middle of all of this. Now, I'll talk a little more about that in a minute, but like I said before, I have a lot of friends in Spain only because I have been planning this for almost a year. And there was a call to close all non essential businesses in Spain, excluding salons. So, of course, all Spanish hairdressers could not understand or comprehend how could they stay open and adhere to the social distancing mandate. That made no sense. So a whole bunch of hairdressers from Spain got together and they protested because here's the deal: as self-employed hairdressers in Spain, your taxes are very high. So if you're not mandated to close, you still have to pay taxes. But here's the deal: you can't touch your client. So your client walks in and you have to adhere to this mandate, that social distancing, so you can't touch them, but you're still going to be charged taxes because you're not excluded from the list. So after the uproar, the prime minister announced that they will indeed be included into the lockdown of non-essential businesses in Spain. They are one of the hardest hit countries in Europe right now as far as the coronavirus cases. And again, I'm in contact with them all the time. So, regardless to say, it's really scary because, like I said, I came back and I got sick like 10 days after I flew. So, it gave me perspective. Okay, so I'm still here, obviously, not in the hospital, but there's not enough testing done. There aren't enough tests. So right now, I call my doctor, and so if I don't have, the shortness of breath, and I'm not having the difficulty breathing and all that stuff, they tell you just stay home. If not, they actually order. There's a drive-through testing facility near me in Waterbury Hospital. And so they basically call them and you drive through and they test you. But they're saving that for the critically ill patients. So the scary thing is that there could be people out there with mild symptoms and they could be spreading it because they're not being tested because there's not enough tests. So two of my daughters are also sick. They're adults, and these two they don't have any underlying conditions, but my husband does. And so what I did is like I told him to stay with his brother in New Jersey until I got better. I just wanted to make sure that I stopped coughing or sneezing because the droplets are kind of what could be the worst part to control. I mean, you could wipe down all you want, but you can't control how far a droplet from your sneeze is going to go. So, he was meant I told him just stay out of the house. So, yeah, he's had a stroke and 5 pneumonias in his life. So, if he gets this, he will die because his lung capacity is not up there with most people. This man gets severely ill just from a simple cold. So, yeah, it's kind of scary. So again, there's a mandate in Connecticut to close down bars, restaurants, casinos, and they want people to adhere to social distancing. But there hasn't been anything said about hair salons, estheticians, nail salons. How in the world can we perform any service and adhere and observe social distancing where that's everything we're all about? We have to touch people, right? So I'm not understanding how our industry can be overlooked that way, and how it's not anything, any programs being put in place, because we are going to be hit hard. We are all about socialization and touching people. We cannot adhere to social distancing if we're open. So if we are in fact, um, if social distancing is in fact the best possible way to prevent the spread of this virus, there needs to be something put in place for our industry. We are a petri dish of many things, and we do our best, to adhere to the state cleanliness, and we only do what we know, but do we really know enough about this virus and the spread? And it could be mutating as we speak. I mean, right now, again, my friends in Spain are going through so much, and all these European countries. So please, I hope you understand what I'm saying. I know this affects everybody, but like Spain, if you have a chance, go to the Spanish YouTube channels. I belong to multiple Spanish forums, hair forums, hairdresser forums. If you want to see and hear what they're saying, just hit me up, DM me. I'll give you their links, and you could try and sign up and join their groups. But it makes perfect sense. Once there is a mandate to close salons and all beauty industry businesses, we have a better chance of somebody putting some kind of program in place or some kind of help in place for us to recover financially from this.